Okay, when you're looking to round a number, let's picture that number as a vehicle or a car. Okay, so if we're wanting to round a number to the nearest hundreds place, the first thing we need to do is mark the space, so you can draw a box around it or underline it, and then we look to the right. So the space that we mark, that's just like that's like the gas pedal of the car. Okay, when we look to the right, that's like the stoplight. Okay, so if that number is 4 or less, we're talking about the number that we're looking at to the right of the space that we marked. If it's 4 or less, that means 4, 3, 2, or 1, then we're going to stay and rest. But if that number is 5 or more, then the number we marked goes up a floor. So if we look at this number, since it is 4 or less, it is the number 4, it's going to stay and rest. That means we are not going to put our foot on the gas pedal, and this car is not going to go forward. We have a red light. So that means the number that we marked, the 5, is going to stay a 5. Now, in those empty right-hand spaces, that means the two spaces to the right of the number we marked in the hundreds place, in those empty right-hand spaces, zeros keep the proper places. So that means we put a 0 in each of those placeholders. Everything to the left of the number stays the same. So the number will round down to 4,500. Okay, now let's look at another number. We have 9,391. So we're going to stay with the hundreds place. Okay, so we'll mark the space, means draw a box around the hundreds place because we're rounding to the nearest hundred. We're going to look to the right, and now again, if that number to the right, that's kind of like our stoplight, if it is 4 or less, then we're going to stay and rest. But this time, it's not 4 or less. It's actually 5 or more. That means it's 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So we mark the space, we look to the right of it, and that number was 5 or more. So that means we've got a green light. The number we marked gets to go up a floor. So 3 moves up to a 4. Okay, now in those empty right-hand spaces, that means where the tens place and the ones place, zeros keep the proper places. So the 3 went up to a 4, and we put zeros as placeholders. Now again, everything to the left of the number that we marked in the hundreds place stays the same. So 9,391 rounded up to 9,400. And since we've got a green light, we can drive on.